Alright, we are here doing some more Deaderites, and I gotta finish this part, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. I'm gonna do it, and then I'll show you. Got my headphones off so I can do this.
Forgot the apples.
Ah, takes a little bit to get the rhythm.
Forgot the apples.
You know, it'd probably help if I had longer nails, but I don't. That's what I'm saying. This part is hard.
Forgot the apples.
Problem is my finger keeps slipping. That's the problem. Oh, it's crazy. Going so fast, your fingers slip.
Forgot the apples. Oh yeah? Killing off a Hook's goons made me real thirsty. Now if you just fill this thing with beer, we'd be in business.
Alright, I'll show you guys in a minute.
Report immediately. Kohok requests your presence. Leave him. This will not take long.
Over here, Shadow. Finally. What'd you do, boy? Stop at every hydrant? Shadow, hit the release and get me down from here.
Smart dog.
Good boy.
Alright. Now, we had to hit the X and circle, right? Circle and X. Basically what I did is I held the controller just like this. This way. Like, I held it just like that. I held it just like this, facing that way, this way towards me. And basically what I did is I took my finger right here and placed my top of my fingernail down on the buttons and slid it across like this. And what I did to make myself stop from sliding off is I put my thumb here. So that way when I'd slide, it hit my thumb. That's the fastest, quickest way I could think of to do that. That part's hard. It is. I mean, honestly, you know, figure it out for yourself. But honestly, I think I explained it pretty good. But yeah, just analogs facing away from you and the front facing towards you. And then you just put the bottom of your fingernail down on the buttons and slide it across. Don't use the top of your finger. Use the top of your fingernail. And put your thumb there to stop your finger from sliding off the controller. And yeah, because I mean, this part's hard. See, these games like years ago weren't designed very good with parts like this. Because I remember games like, not just this one, but Star Fox Adventures had a part in it that was difficult. And also Banjo-Tooie. Yeah, those games, you have to use that technique. Because if you don't, you're going to have a hard time.
You're dead, man, Flake.
I threw me.
Come on. That's the guy. Get him. That's the guy. There he is.
Come on, man. I'm the toughest guy on this work site.
Stop him. Come on. Catch him. Get him!
Oh man, I don't know. Supervisors gave me a run for my money. They're pretty tough. Yeah, honestly, out of all the mini games in this game, that's by far the toughest one. It is. And unless you know the proper technique, you're gonna have a very hard time with that. You know, it's like the best way I can think of to do it, because you don't want to just stress your body out so much to the point you just, you know, that's crazy. You know, you don't want to do that. That's why I said doing it the way I said really is probably the best way of doing it. That way it just kind of, you know, you don't have to tense so much when you do it. Give me the key! Beat everybody up in the work yard.
It's guys like you who give the unions a bad name.
No-brainer. Man, these guys do not care, man. I literally just had a gun in my hand, really. They're just like, yep, whatever. But I just hope that for those that might not know, hopefully the technique helps you, because it's a nice thrill when you're able to do that part, because that's probably the hardest part of the whole game. Honestly, like if you don't know how to do it, it's hard. Yeah. Even if you still know how to do it, it's hard.
It's swing!
It's not something I would recommend for a young kid to try.
These guys are worse than mimes.
Oh. Wow. What am I doing? Are you crazy right now?
There he is!
Now I got it.
Pass card lock. Hildy!
It's Slate! Get him!
Oh, crap.
Shoot him!
The truck spilled its contents like a biblical revelation. This was all about gold, money, the root of all evil. Don't know where Fahook got that sort of treasure, but hopefully there'd be more answers wherever this truck was headed.
About gold, who would have thought?
I was heading into the belly of the beast and was gonna come out either with some answers or dead. From the outside, it looked like an old factory eking out its last days before it crumbled into a pile of rust. But on the inside, the place was pure gold. Literally. Time to light this place up.
Chapter 9.
He's over here!
Are you serious?
Time to bring the fight to them.
It's Slade!
Whoa, this place is crawling. I gotta get out of here. Time to take out the
Get out of the
trash.
way!
I saw, I began to understand what was going on. About 100 years ago, officials said the gold was all gone from what was then called Glitter City, so they renamed it Grant City. But that wasn't exactly the truth.
That's a lot of gold. And I doubt Fort Knox was having a yard sale. I got a feeling this is bigger than I thought. Those mountain turrets will cut me to ribbons if I let them. Gonna have to think about these a little. That ought to do it. Now I can get out of here.
Missed the ramp.
There was plenty more gold. They just didn't have any way of getting to it back then. So they sat on the secret and let it turn into legend. But it seems William Pinnacle had figured out how to wrap his mitts around that legend and call it his own.
prisoners. What the hell are they doing in here?
It's all one big fraud scam. They all need to rot, man. They're all bad people.
No friggin' way! It's Slate!
Well, if it ain't the biggest rat in the rat
Gonna
hole.
whack you in
Oh
your
no,
joint,
it's
Wade.
tattoo. Been a long time, man.
You in hell, Slate.
What are you talking about, man? You knew this whole scam was going on. You didn't say nothing.
Figures they'd use prison labor. Who'd better to authorize this shady sort of extracurricular activity than the mayor himself? Pinnacle certainly had some things to answer for, and the list was growing longer.
There he is!
Who's that, Sparky? Who's next? I'll take you all out. You're all bad people.
Dead man!
Ugh, gotta wall crawl across. Yeah, like I said, this is a good game, but I know some people out there might get a little bit irritated because, why did I stop? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But I know some people would probably maybe get annoyed at this game with like at that one part of dunking in the water. Like I said, if you don't know how to do the proper technique, yeah, I could see why that part would get annoying. It's one of them parts that kinds of ruins the game. I don't know, is that where I'm supposed to go or what? I think that's where I came from. No, maybe we can just walk across. My bad. Before he had to crawl, wall crawl. Whoa, guy's got a flamethrower!
Suddenly, everything made sense. As mayor of Grant City, Pinnacle trumped up a bogus subway plan and rerouted the diggers into the heart of the Motherlode. It was a pretty brilliant plot. Steal billions of dollars of gold right out from under the citizens of Grant City while having the chumps pay for the endeavor. That's what Dad discovered, and that's why they killed him. I knew there was corruption in City Hall, but I didn't think it went as far as murder. The mayor had some serious sins to confess, and I was gonna see him stand in judgment, even if it meant sending him to hell myself.
Yep.
Whoa, I better get some guns first.
Yeah, probably would be a good idea.
That's the guy. Die! That's the guy.
Oh boy, I need some health.
Incoming chopper. Man, they really dogged to lay me out. Incoming chopper. Man, they really dogged to lay me out. Incoming chopper. Man, they really dogged to lay me out.
Yeah, this part's crazy. I don't even got
Incoming chopper. Man, they really dogged to lay me out. Incoming chopper. Man, they really dogged to lay me out.
Not prepared for this. I'm not.
I'm gonna need something heavy to take out that chopper. Like a rocket launcher, for example.
I followed the mayor from his downtown office to the Iron Point Penitentiary. The prison was facing federal investigation after my now legendary escape and the riots that followed. All of the inmates may have been transferred to other prisons, but Pinnacle still had them working his mines. The $20,000 question, however, why the personal visit? I'd be sure to ask him before feeding him his own teeth.
Okay, Pinnacle, you rat bastard son of a bitch. Which rock are you hiding under?
Yeah, I don't know. They must have made a mistake online because this is chapter 11. If I remember, I think there was like 11 or 12 chapters. That's what I thought, really, or something like that. Because I think this is the chapter where you take on the mayor, and I'm not sure if when you take on the chief of police, if that's in the same chapter, if that's the next one. I don't know. But we'll see more. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.